If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
Two girls, Annie and Shilpa, plan to open a beauty parlor in a small town. The seemingly innocent girls have some evil plans for them. Later, it's revealed that their real intention was to rob the cooperative bank next to the parlor. Pretending that they are renovating their parlor, the two girls execute their plan with the help of their father's old friend. It's another revelation that one of the girls, Annie's father, was a thief, and his friend Stephen helped them execute their plan. The police inspector who investigated the crime was quite suspicious of the girls. His investigation leads to Stephen. But during an identification parade, he died of a cardiac arrest. Annie, devastated due to guilt and disappointment, goes to the island where Stephen supposedly hid the money and jewels they had stolen from the bank, but found the place empty. She visits Stephen's wife but fails to procure the information she wants. Inspector Farouk is almost cracking the crime. He suspects the involvement of Annie and Shilpa in it. It's strengthened when they see the postcard that Annie sent Stephen. Annie is searching for the loot. Following the hints Stephen dropped during their conversation and the information she gained from Stephen's wife, Annie goes to Thenmala Church, believing that he must have hid the loot somewhere around the church. She finds it in a burial chamber while the inspector revisits the crime scene and searches for a valid clue. Inspector Farouk understands Annie's and Shilpa's involvement and awaits her with a trap. Meanwhile, another local thief, the brother of Stephen's wife, chases Annie and threatens her. Finally, she decides to give some gold to Basil, a young man who helped them execute their plan. She goes to C.I. Stephen's house for a haircut for his niece. C.I. questions Annie, and she tries her best not to fumble. But the inspector catches her lies and asks her for half of the loot as a bribe to reveal them in the case. Having no other option, Annie agrees and gives him the promised amount of gold. But the next day, while interrogating Basil at the crime scene, Farouk reveals the girls' involvement. Annie and Shilpa flee, but the police manage to catch Shilpa. Shilpa reveals Annie's whereabouts. Annie, who tried to run away with the loot, is arrested. The media appreciates Farouk, but he seems to be upset. In flashback, it is revealed that Annie and Shilpa suspected that Farouk might cheat them, and they followed Farouk to find where he had his share of loot. After that, they purposefully got Shilpa arrested and used her to reach Annie with the loot, which belonged to Farouk. 3 years later, Annie and Shilpa now work as cafe waitresses in a new city. But in the end credits, it is revealed that they plan to loot a diamond shop near the cafe.